Hey everyone, Effie here. Today I'm going to do some planner stamping for the first week of February using our Fresh Cut Roses stamp set. So I'm going to start off by masking the 2/3 of the bottom half of my spread. And I'm going to use the first layer rose stamps from our Fresh Cut Roses set. I'm going to ink these stamps up with some light pink pigment ink. As I stamp my rose stamps, there are 3 different layering roses in this stamp set, but I'm only using the first solid layer for each rose. As I stamp these images, I'm going to make sure to slightly turn or rotate each image so that they're facing different directions. I'll do the same for the first layer leaf cluster stamp. This is the only leaf stamp that I use in this spread. So I'm just going to make sure that I turn or slightly rotate this image as I stamp. When you stamp this way, I feel like it generates a little bit more interest to the eye because it looks more naturally occurring. So I'm stamping with some pigment ink, and the reason why you want to use pigment ink is because this type of ink sits on top of the paper. Dye ink will absorb into the paper, and if you use dye ink, you'll see some ghosting when you flip the page, and we don't want that. So I'm using pigment ink because it's perfect for planner stamping. Now I'm going to stamp the midsection of my spread, but instead of that light pink ink, I'm going to use a mid-tone ink. I also use 2 shades of green ink, a lighter shade and then a darker shade, and this is also going to generate more interest to the eye. When you use 2 shades of ink for that one leaf cluster stamp, it kind of looks like I'm using 2 different stamps because you have those contrasting colors. But in actuality, I'm using just one stamp and just 2 shades of ink. It's a great way to stretch your stamps. For that last tier in my spread, I did use a darker tone pigment ink. So I used 3 different shades of pink pigment inks. I went from light to dark, and I feel like this kind of subtle ombre effect is very pleasing to the eye, and I'm very happy with the way the stamping came out. Now I'm going to use my Glam Girl Happy Planner sticker book to enhance the decor of this spread because while I love to stamp in my planner, I feel like adding the stickers kind of gives the spread a little bit more oomph, if you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to lay down some of these box checklists along the top because consistency is key when you're adding these kind of stickers to your spread. So I'm also going to add these hexagon shapes, and I actually added 3 in a visual triangle. And that's another tip. You can add things in odd numbers or sets of 3 because it's more pleasing to the eye than when you add things in sets of 2 or even numbers. So I'm just going to flip through my Simply Lovely Happy Planner sticker book and add these triangular flags, and I'm using them as bullet points. And again, I'm going to stick them across my spread for consistency, and then I just added these Today stickers to the top portions of these bullet boxes. Next, I added this smaller pink square sticker with this hexagon sticker, but I actually end up moving this small mini cluster to the top portion of that note section. I took off that shoe sticker because I feel like it didn't really go with the spread for this week. So here is my completed page, and you can see I removed that shoe sticker in this photo. I hope you guys enjoyed today's planner stamping video. Using your stamps in your planner is a great way to stretch your stamps. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because I update it weekly. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.